Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, audience. Thank you for the opportunity from the ICBB conference committee to me to present my research with the title Risk Factor and Characteristic of Laryngeal Carcinoma in the developing region of Indonesia. My name is Hamsu Kadrian from the Faculty of Medicine, Mataram University, Indonesia. As an introduction, laryngeal cancer is remain as a problem in the otolaryngology field until today because its management should be integrated between several specialists, not only the otolaryngologist specialist, but also the other specialists. According to the incidence of laryngeal carcinoma, this cancer is the second head and neck prevalent cancer in the world, and in Indonesia it is the stand in the sixth most prevalent cancer in Indonesia. Laryngeal cancer could be correlated with several factors such as the smoking habit and the alcohol consumption, and then may due to asbestos exposure, polycyclic hydrocarbon exposure, wood dust exposure, and also from the recent research, it's related to the human papillomavirus 16 and 18. Indonesia is established as developing countries, and according to the EMF, they grouping the Indonesia country as a G20, and you know that we have 33 provinces in Indonesia, and one of the provinces is West Nusa Tenggara. West Nusa Tenggara is a growing province in the middle part of Indonesia. There are many interesting cases was found and managed in this province. However, there is a special characteristic of the citizen here that if we need to refer them, it's difficult to report. Yeah. And we know that if our country is developing, and then it will be accompanied by the increase of industry, transportation, and maybe there is a social economic shifting. As a consequence, maybe the air pollution will be increased, traffic will be more trouble, and etc. The research method in this study is a retrospective study with the 2 years observation length between the January 2018 to December 2019. We use total sampling, so all of the patient with the laryngeal cancer was included, except if the data is not complete in the medical record. So in the medical record, we documented the general characteristic, clinical characteristic, and also the risk factor. Then the data was analyzed descriptively. During our research period, we found 19 patients with laryngeal cancer, and most of them is male. It's almost 90%, and the age group is mostly in group 50 to 70 years old. It's composed the 64% of the patient. According to the general characteristic, most of the patient in these studies is poor, and also they have the smoking history. It's about 74% of them has a history of smoking, but maybe the different from the American or European countries is the alcohol consumption. In West Nusa Tenggara is very small number of alcohol consumption. According to clinical characteristic, the most kind of complaint when the patient coming to the physician is hoarseness and dyspnea. It's composed about 47% of the case, or almost half of the patient is coming in with the complaint hoarseness and dyspnea. According to the histopathology, 74% patient was the undifferentiated squamous cell carcinoma. Based on the clinical characteristic, the stage of the patient in our study is mostly in stage 3 or stage 4, or we call it the advanced stage. So it will consequent to the treatment. So the treatment should be the combination of the laryngectomy, chemotherapy, and radiotherapy. The history of cancer treatment in West Nusa Tenggara, we starting the laryngectomy in 2016, chemotherapy in the end of 2016, and the radiotherapy was started at the end of 2018. So according to this situation, we know that several of patients before 2018 should be referred, but several of them is refused to refer. The reason is especially because of socio-economic problem and away from family. Yeah, because you know that if they going to the other profits, they should be accompanied by the family, and usually the family only one or two, so it's very limited number of family can accompany them. Yeah, according to some reference that the incidence of laryngeal cancer in Denmark is about 2.3 per 1,000 population. In Indonesia, according to research in 2019, they found that 1,900 patients with laryngeal cancer among 20,055 from the most 6 cancer data. So it's quite big. So I think it's quite similar within the Europe. And in this research, we found 19 patients during our research, and we found most of them is in cancer age and related to smoking. Yeah. And most of them is also in poor socioeconomic status. However, there is a interesting case that we have 2 female cases, and she is not have the history of smoking, but their family has the history of smoking. So according to the recent studies, there are risks of laryngeal cancer for the second-hand smoking. So maybe it's related to this case. Well, according to the histopathologic pattern, in this research is also found that most of the cases undifferentiated or poorly differentiated squamous cell carcinoma. This research is similar to the other research, let's say by Siolovan and Boyle et al. So, if we're talking about the symptom of the laryngeal cancer, so most of them anatomically will affect the larynx or vocal cord, and then maybe will make the changes of the sound or produce sound, or we call it the hoarseness. And also we know that the larynx is the small organ that it is the only one airway, upper airway, yeah, that we use to take a breath. So if there is a mass growth in the larynx, it will make the dyspnea. And as we know that the stage of the patient in this studies is stage 3 and stage 4, the late case. So it's logic that the symptom of the patient in this case is hoarseness and dyspnea. So it is indicated the advanced stage. The other research is also found the high percentage of the advanced stage. Let's say in research by Cahyadi and also by Adil. Also, it is more lower than our research, but it is almost similar. So, why the patient is coming in the late stage? In our opinion, maybe this is because of the lack of knowledge of to the laryngeal cancer symptom. So it will affect the low awareness to the treatment, and this is also because of the low economic status. As we know that most of the case in this research is low economic status. Um, According to several research, yeah, the treatment in advanced stage should be the combination of the surgery, chemotherapy, and radiotherapy. And due to the most of the patient in this research is in advanced stage, so uh, the patient in this research should be managed with the standard therapy. And most of the patient in this research is followed the standard treatment. Yeah. However, there are 3 patients who didn't follow the standard treatment. This is due to they are afraid to the effect of the surgery, effect of the chemotherapy, and also effect of the radiotherapy. And from the family side, yeah, the family view, uh, they said that the patient is too old to receive the combination of therapy, so they refuse to treat the patient. We know that in this study have the several limitations, yeah, such as the design is cross-sectional and retrospective, and the small number of sample. So we propose to add fund research with the prospective and advanced, and maybe the number of the patient should be increased. As a conclusion, so the risk factor of the laryngeal cancer in this study were male, low socioeconomic status, and smoking history. The patient was usually found in the late stage, and furthermore, the symptom was a combination of hoarseness and dyspnea. And the most treatment done was the combination of laryngectomy, chemotherapy, and radiotherapy. I think that's all. That's all that I can share you. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.